I don't really want to make this an apology video because like I didn't do anything wrong, but in a way I did. So this is sort of like it's mostly for me, honestly, mostly for me. It's more of a declaration video, less of an apology, but more of I got caught up in a whole lot of, I guess you could say, thoughts, and I got stuck in my head, you know? Self-sabotage is, I guess, the name for it. And just to, I guess, explain everything, I keep pausing as if there's like some big thing, but really the biggest thing was, I knew what I was getting into when I started this YouTube channel, and my goal was always to get monetized, get to the 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours watch time. And there was always this thought from day one, like, okay, as soon as I get this, I'm gonna be the #1, you know, like fitness guy, or like I'm gonna get monetized and like everything's gonna be perfect and my life is gonna be amazing, and then it's gonna be my big break, someone's gonna see me, and then I'll be famous, right? Finally, all my hard work will pay off. While like having that aspirational thought or dream, I knew that realistically, like, you know what? It's probably not gonna happen. I'm not gonna wake up one day and just like be the guy, you know, and everything's gonna be perfect and I'm just gonna have all this money and people will be, you know, screaming my name and, you know, all that stuff, like a rock star. So realistically, like I knew that probably wasn't gonna happen. But there's always this part of me that was like, no, this is it. Like you need this, because if you become famous on YouTube, then you'll be an influencer. If you're an influencer, you'll get sponsorships, you'll get opportunities, you'll get money, you'll get notoriety, and this fun little hobby thing that you do, right, is gonna make you money, right? The American dream, right? To show up for work every day, doing the thing that I want to do, choosing my own hours, and being an entrepreneur and starting a business and all these things. And I got lost along the way from, you know, the joy of making these videos. And like when I tell you that these videos bring me joy when I post them, like the day I decided to start YouTube, it took me maybe 6 months to actually make my channel. Not because of fear or anything, but because I said, you know what? I want to make sure that this is something that God wants for me and not something I want for myself. I wanted to make sure that putting the time and energy into this is something that God was going to bless. I didn't want to make this huge life decision and, you know, not bring God into it. So I prayed about it for 6 months. I told my friends, I asked them to pray about it. The point is, when I started this, I knew that this was something that had my energy and my heart and my love for cosplay, for fitness, for health, and for encouraging people and showing people, like, who cares if you like nerdy stuff, you can still be in shape. I wanted to teach people, you don't need to, you know, hate yourself to work out. You don't need to motivate yourself by anger. Like, you can be beautiful, you can be handsome, you can be gorgeous, and look like, you know, a freaking Broly from Dragon Ball Z, or look like Princess Peach, okay? It started with this area of joy and just straight passion, but it slowly shifted and morphed, and I got caught up in the wave of the influencer dream, I like to call it, right? If I turn this hobby, this fun thing into, you know, a job, then like I'll get paid to do what I love. And you know that saying, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life, stuff like that, which is completely false. And it got to this point where the more and more videos I posted, the more comments, the more followers I got. I was like, okay, like I'm getting there. Like as soon as I get to this 1,000, like, bro, it's on, and you're gonna be famous and people are gonna know you and they're gonna love you and they'll buy all the stuff and your life's gonna change and you'll make all this money and you'll never have to work again. After, after all the work that I did, I finally got to the 1,000. And the minute I crossed the 1,000 threshold, nothing changed. It was actually during the middle of a convention, Big Texas Comic-Con of last year. And I remember getting the 1,000 subscribers. It was in the middle of the day, so I couldn't like stop and, close down and celebrate or cry or whatever I needed to do. But I just kept going with the day, right? It was just another normal day. At the end of the weekend, I realized that I put so much energy into this goal, into getting the 1,000. And I put so much pressure on myself that there was a part of me that kind of snapped. And, we all have this little voice in our head and it tells us different things. But one of the biggest things it tells us, and I believe this is a lie straight from the devil. And he says, right, he tells us that like, we're not worth it. And that like, it's not gonna work for us, whatever it is, right? And yeah, in that moment, when I hit the 1,000, like that was the only voice I heard. That, okay, you finally got there, Sean, now what? All this planning and energy and the panels you've held, the booths you've run, all of the people you've met, all the friends you made, like, what's the point of it? You're at 1,000 subscribers, you're still not famous, you still don't have, residual income, you're still not like the most popular cosplayer. And that was so loud in my head that I didn't make it. Like, I'm not famous, I'm not gonna make all this money. This really expensive hobby that I have isn't becoming my job. The people that I follow aren't like buying up all my programs. And so part of me just kind of was like, well, then why am I even doing this? I should just stop. But self-sabotage comes in, and I'll only speak for me, but I have a really bad habit of not finishing things I start because after I give so much time and energy, I tell myself, I'm still not perfect at it, so why do I even want to continue with this? And I stopped. And I haven't really posted anything on any of my socials. I haven't really made another video. I've filmed things that I haven't posted. I have gigs and gigs of videos just on my phone and reaction videos that I've done that I haven't posted, that I'll start editing, but then I won't finish because I tell myself, no one really cares about my opinion, so why even finish posting this? But this is after I already film it and am halfway through editing it. So it's like I take out all this time and energy and then I shoot myself in the foot and say, you know what? No one really cares, so why even keep going? But I think that's the lie that we give into of it doesn't matter what we do, right? It's definitely the lie that I've believed, that no one cares about my opinion, no one cares about the content I make. I think really that comes from a lot of it, not all of it, comes from like this pressure from society, right? That like, especially here in the US, like about individualism, right? That everyone is special and a snowflake and everyone has to be the top and everyone has to be the best and everyone's different and everyone has to, be the number one of whatever it is they're doing, which isn't true, right? Not that I'm saying you have to be mediocre, but there's a beauty and a peace that come with not being in the spotlight all the time. Just because you have an opinion, everyone doesn't need to hear it, right? Just because you really like something, not everyone has to see it. I hope that makes sense. I didn't see it then, but like now I see it, how I've been conditioned to like exploit every object of like my life. And that's what being like a content creator, right? Like your brain starts to go, oh, I can show this for content. This is content, right? Like I can make this into something. But not everyone needs to see every part of your life. You're allowed to have hobbies and things that you like and things that you dislike that people don't need to hear about. And on the flip side of that, just because you like something, that doesn't mean you have to be an entrepreneur at it. You don't have to start a business. You don't have to be the top cosplay fitness influencer in the world just because you like to dress up and work out. It's really fun. I believe it inspires people, but it doesn't have to be the thing that I'm known for, right? And, you know, in 50, 60, 70 years, like, I want to be known for, like, my character. I want to be known for being a good father or being a good, you know, son or, you know, grandfather, right? But right now, just because of, like, you know, I'm going to say a little bit of society, right? But I can't just say, oh, society told me to, because that's not true. Like, I get to take a nickel and that dime, right? Life is so much more than that. And I know that sounds so cliche, but life is more than making money. Like, there's no arguing that. You know, it's about the relationships. It's about the stuff that you don't see, right? Because you can curate everything that you put on the internet. There's always a level of, I guess, unbelievability, right? Like, is this person doing this to get fame, to be popular? Even when you post something really sad, it's like, are you only posting this sad thing so that we have sympathy for you? Or is it because, like, you really made it, right? So there's even a level of, like, disbelief to everything you do. You got to take everything with a grain of salt. But everything behind the camera, behind the phone, behind the computer, like, that's real life. I started this because of the joy that it brings me to encourage and entertain people. If this turns out to be a thing that makes me money and supports me financially, like, that'd be awesome. But if it doesn't, would I still give it the same time and energy, right? Then that's the real question. Will I still be here if I'm not making money? Will I still be here to answer people's questions, to show them that, like, there's alternatives to, you know, getting your fat sucked out and put into your blood, the alternatives of, right, doing crash diets and, like, hurting your body just to look a certain way. And I'm sorry to me, because I got careless. I don't know if that's the word I want to use. I got careless. I got complacent. That's definitely the word I want to use. And I stopped caring that this was the thing that brought my heart joy, right? Not because I wanted to be rich and famous, but because people need this. Like, I don't know about you, but I need someone to show me that fitness can be fun. I need someone to show me that, like, I'm allowed to love my body, whatever it looks like, and it's okay to change it if I see fit. And if I don't want to change my body, then that's fine. And I need someone to tell me that that's okay. Because there's times when I'm not going to believe it, right? There's times when I look in the mirror and I think that I'm like, ugh, like, really, like, okay, I ate too much last night, or, like, you know, I got to cut back on the donuts, or, like, I wish I had bigger muscles. That's a big one. Looking at other, like, bodybuilders or other calisthenics people, and I'm just like, why do I have baby forearms, you know? Like, I compare myself all the time, and I know it's, like, it's really stupid, because, you know, here I am, like, supporting you to feel better, but it's like, this is the thing that I'm struggling with, so I get to encourage you, and that, on the other hand, encourages me. So thank you for watching this far, if you got this far. Yeah, I'm so over this whole influencer, get rich and famous, get that paper lifestyle, because it's not working for me. But also, it doesn't work here, right, in my heart, because that's not why I started this channel. That's not why I go to conventions. That's not why I cosplay. I do it to inspire people, to encourage people, to leave you feeling empowered and excited. And I want people to love their bodies. That's really it at the end of the day. I want people to look at themselves and say like, wow, like God made me like this. I'm beautiful, I'm wonderful. So that's what this whole video was for. And if this video did not resonate with you at all, that's okay, because this was mostly about me, like saying it out loud. But if anything in this video resonated with you, then leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know if this is something you've ever dealt with too. I know everyone and their mother is trying to be an influencer or a content creator, right? Because it's the new thing. It's cool, it's hip, it's fun. But, you know, like, do you have to do it? You know, no. Do you have to make every aspect of your life something that needs to be monetized or filmed? Can you just have something that you really love and just be okay with that in your life? Not everything you do has to be something that makes you money. And I think we lost sight of that as a people, as a country, as a society. So here's to taking that back, one step at a time. And I will see you in the next video. And remember, your results show up when you do. I'll see you next time.